situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the New York Jets and their inner city rivals, the New York Giants. My partner, Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game. It's the battle for New York, or New Jersey for that matter. The Giants and Jets are underway.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over.
They'll be led out by their quarterback who played his college ball at Western Kentucky. He was a Hilltopper. It's Mike White.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
White going to come out throwing. He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
A White's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. White. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now White.
Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
Well, just an excellent play there by the defense to not only pick it but take it back, because Charles looked like they were in a groove passing the football, several completions until that mistake.
It certainly did appear to be locked in, and with how this offense is moving along, I know we certainly didn't expect to see a pick to end this series. Whatever the cause was, maybe they tipped one of those scripted plays, maybe the defender just made a great read. It has certainly quickly changed the tone of this one.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. Well, remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Hall again on 2nd down. Brings up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs or putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Now White. Got a man, it's Berrios complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The former number 6 overall pick of 2019, Daniel Jones, trots out to lead this New York Giants offense.
I still remember when he was drafted, there was a little bit of controversy about how high he was selected by the New York Giants. But his talents were revealed. He can make every throw in the book. Surprisingly good athlete. As long as he takes care of the football, doesn't turn it over, he can really make plays.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Dancing to his left.
Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Jones. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes, because even as he escaped the pocket at one time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Jones. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly.
And the Jets will take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. The punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Off play action, here's White. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now White with a first down throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw, White. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's only able to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They have 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's White. Open man here is Conklin.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard. White looks to throw.
This pass out wide to Hall. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 39. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run with Hall.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The play fake, now White. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On the counter, it's Hall.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Here's White. And that is incomplete.
That play there was certainly a scouting report special, because Tucker was all too glad that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Look at those stick skills. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy set the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll just get rid of it.
Absolutely nowhere to go with the football, and he's just going to put this one in the Hudson River. Maybe he's a little fortunate he didn't get called for grounding because that one was well over everyone's head.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And that is incomplete here.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jones.
Has this complete to Daniel Bellinger.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Two 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Barkley, toss play left. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 30. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route. There's plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Jones.
Over the middle, caught by Bellinger. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
7 yards there and a first down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll go to Barkley again, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
He finds his man. It's Robinson. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the 2nd quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they come up now, 2nd and goal. Off play action. Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Gano's kick is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff.
This one fielded at the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The offense for the Jets ready to take over.
And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now Hall to start the drive.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, it's White. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. White. He finds Corey Davis. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. They find some open field here.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. And the Giantsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
New York's offense back out there and set to go.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Well, that was the thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that's complete to Shepard.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for the defender to shadow him across all that ground.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
This pass into the hands of Bellinger. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
To throw again on second down. Jones
over the middle. He completes it to Robinson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Could be four-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
They'll run for it with Barkley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down.
Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on fourth down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jones. It's hauled in by Shepard. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 18. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Completes this again to Shepard. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Giants.
Lawrence Cager from 8 yards in. And the Giants have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
That wasn't just toughness we just saw. That was concentration. Knew the hit was coming, yet the quarterback hung in there and delivered it downfield. The end result, 6 points for his team.
Gano now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
On 2nd down, it's Knight, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
White uncorks one for Davis, and unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, complete. That's Robinson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. They'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the 1st down.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing Jones. This is Shepard on the catch. Evades the tackler and now some space. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big pickup of 38.
But CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground, and here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
And the next-gen stats, CD, it shows us he covered better than 20 yards after the initial contact was made.
Now Jones.
Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Second down at 4.
Barkley inside handoff. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
Well, every now and then you just absolutely outguess yourself. 3rd and inches, and they decide not to run the ball. You end up seeing the end result.
The end result was not good. They elect to pass, and it backfires.
So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal.
He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball, then limit that gain.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Hall again on 2nd down.
And he's got room. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
52 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here's Hall again.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
On 2nd and 7, White completes it to Davis.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hall on a give up the middle. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now White. And he'll complete this one to Berrios.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
White on the slant. He's got Davis.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now White. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
From the shotgun, here's White. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Jets get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up. It's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was capped off by a touchdown pass to Breece Hall.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Jones on 1st and 10.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes.
buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, let's take a look at the next-gen stats from that first half for the Jets. And despite the fact that they're looking up at a double-digit deficit at halftime, they were able to move the football through the air in those first 2 quarters.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. We get a peek at Sterling Shepard as the Giants get set for their upcoming series. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now Jones on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the 3rd.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
72 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. White looks to throw. Open man here is Conklin. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
It's showtime, baby. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Now White with a first down throw. Now he'll escape to his right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A play fake. Now White. He's going to loft it. Deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And able to connect with Berrios. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here's Davis. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
From the 24, White. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. There he goes, left side. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery on Giants touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Gano for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
From the 6. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
And the Jets set to take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On first down, it's White.
Over the middle and complete to Wilson.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
And the Jets first down.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw, White. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's White.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Here's Jones to throw from his end zone. Steps away to his left. And that's complete to Shepard. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 33 yards that time. They took a real chance there, throwing deep from their own end zone.
Yeah, just think about it this way. If you take that shot, which they just did, you're giving those pass rushers an extra chance to get you. Your escape hatch behind you is gone because the end line is there. Yet at the same time, they took the gamble, and boy, did it pay off.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. There's some space here. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
66 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. Well, with Saquon Barkley, you often think of the elusiveness, the quickness, but he can definitely run with purpose as well, and he's able to shed a tackler there and continue on.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley.
Across the middle, he finds Robinson. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Jones.
This pass into the hands of Bellinger.
And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
They'll look to throw again. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Jones. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal.
This will be spotted at the 20, so it's a 30-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel Just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. From the 6. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Operating from the gun, White. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there, they didn't get it. But boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 40-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there.
A bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. That's taken it around the 40. And that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Another drive coming up for New York's offense.
They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays, and right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Now they're just looking to turn anywhere for a stop defensively.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw here pulled in by Golladay. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Back to throw. Jones. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. The And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Time for another drive here for this Jets offense. They take over here with good field position thanks to that nice return after the interception, as they're already in the red zone, 1st and 10. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throwing to start. Over the middle, he gets it to Barrios. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
White. And they're going to get it. They bring it down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback.
The downside for the defense is that they're dealing with a team that's in their red zone, but the upside, not much room to work with for the offense. Fewer windows in the zone for them to throw into. Tough for a quarterback to get a throw off before the pressure ends up getting to him.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. New York ready to go again offensively. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So the completion gets them just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Jones. Escaping the pressure. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Off play action. Here's White. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
I know that play went for no yardage, all right? But I like the attempt because the fullback position, whether it's a fullback, a tight end, an H-back, wherever you want in that spot, not known as a primary pass catcher. So sometimes the element of surprise works in your favor. But on that play, give credit to the defensive guys.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Give to Hall running right.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
84 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. On 1st and 10, White.
And this one too low.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
3rd quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. Now White to throw on 3rd down. this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. And he'll be kicking into the wind in the fourth quarter now. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will close the gap down to 14. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
And New York set to take the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now Jones. Throwing deep for Galladay. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing Jones. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. White. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. But tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
White now on 3rd down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Kayvon Thibodeaux, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack.
That was a pass he made. The front door totally shut down by the defense. So he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here's the Jets punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A handoff to Barkley. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, Jones. Looking for Shepard deep. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown.
Daniel Bellinger,
27 yards.
And the Giants have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop him from all angles. This time the tight end gets him.
Gano now to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was finished off with a touchdown by Daniel Bellinger.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds. They've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This will use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now White. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
White throwing on first down. Getting the football to Davis on an out route. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Let's go do this thing, baby.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Buried behind the line by Azeez Ojulari.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now. And if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. White. He finds Wilson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now White. And he'll complete this one to Berrios. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. White.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Straight ahead is Hall. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. White. Now he's flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. White looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Dexter Lawrence able to drop in that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Let's go, baby. Let's have some fun.
Back to throw. White. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Hall. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, spreading out with...
That's to Davis. He's got it. Touchdown, New York. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Zerline good with a PAT, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Giants. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And some room to roam now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones. Out to the right here to Shepard. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he has to get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Second down and 3. Off the play fake. Jones. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, and what was once a nice drive stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary, partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle. A 3-score lead, I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know I'm going to get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. So out now come the Jets. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
On 1st down, it's White. This one caught by Davis. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
From the 30 on second down. White, open man here is Conklin. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
And the tight end is certainly in position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now White with a first down throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. White, throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Gave him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Let's go now. Let's go.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
To throw, White. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Leave it all out here. Leave it all out here. It's all right, Pops. It's all now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Second down, here's Barkley again.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
On third down, Barkley. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
That good for 19 on a first down.
So it's a win here for the Giants, and it's thanks in large part to the play of their quarterback, and that's Daniel Jones.
Yeah, some of these DBs are going to be tossing and turning tonight, partner. He really had their number. Wound up with well over 300 yards passing and 2 touchdowns to boot.